Donald J. Trump just announced that he's going to be putting tariffs all over Europe, especially on Ireland, okay, with the pharmaceutical sector, guys, milking the USA, and it's going to be a big one, guys. Today we have President Trump announcing 25% tariffs on imported cars, on the pharmaceutical companies, and a lot more, okay? And we have a bunch of other videos as well that I'm going to react to, guys, talking just about mainstream media in Ireland, because the brainwashing has been insane this week, okay? The flipping propaganda has been insane this week, guys. So stay tuned, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Do we think that he's going to tariff the hell out of Ireland? Absolutely, guys. The tariffs are coming heavy, so stay tuned and get ready.
Companies to come into America and build, and we're already setting records for new plants. I think the new plant number, the tally is just within a period of a few weeks. It's very large. I want to be accurate. It's very large. And I'd like to ask Will just to come and give some of the basics, and then I'll sign it, and it's off to the races. I think our automobile business will flourish like it's never flourished before. Yes, please.
Because he was shouting, saying there's no Dodge cars, Dodge Ram. There's not many Ford cars in Europe, in Germany, okay? And they're taking a ton of French cars, foreign cars, Lamborghini, all these different stuff. So yeah, he doesn't feel it's a fair trade, okay, from the Europe to the USA.
Please, Will.
Thank you, sir. As you stated, we've prepared for your attention a proclamation imposing a 25% tariff on foreign-made cars and light trucks. This is in addition to tariffs that are already in place on those goods. In addition to, as you said, spurring increased domestic manufacture of cars and trucks, we expect that these tariffs will result in over $100 billion of new annual revenue to the United States of America.
I mean, it's amazing for the U.S. He's putting U.S. first, as Ireland should be putting Ireland first. But really, Ireland is like this third world country, relying on other countries like the U.S. for Google, Amazon now. They have a new warehouse here at Amazon.ie, just started like last week. We're relying so much on outside people, guys. HP for the little Intel laptops. We're relying so heavily on outside, companies and corporations that Ireland really has no business of its own. I don't know. We've just fell off completely of making our own businesses. It's crazy.
In tariff revenue.
I think ultimately we could probably anywhere from $600 billion to $1 trillion will be taken in over the relatively short-term period, meaning a year from now.
That's huge.
But starting right away. I think we'll go from 600 to $1 trillion within 2 years. And I think we'll be right from the beginning, we're going to be at a very high number, right from the beginning. And right from the beginning, you're going to have a lot of construction jobs, but you're also going to have a lot of automobile jobs.
So not just the automobile, the construction as well. They want that. America wants that, guys.
This is very exciting, but it's also exciting because of what's happening with other aspects. We're going to be doing tariffs on pharmaceuticals in order to bring our pharmaceutical industry back. We don't make anything here in terms of drugs, medical drugs, different types of drugs that you need. Medicines. It's in other countries, largely made in China, a lot of it made in Ireland. Ireland was very smart. We love Ireland. But we're going to have that. We're going to have lumber. We're going to free up.
Oh, man. Ireland was very smart. He said with Micheál Martin, you guys tricked us. You're very smart. You pulled a fast one on us. And now we're bringing it back home. It's terrifying stuff, guys. We have massive pharmaceutical industries here. We have massive amounts of medical device companies here in Ireland. Flipping Boston Scientific, huge. I actually worked there for a few months. Like, a lot of these massive pharmaceutical jobs are in Ireland, and they're bringing them home now. You said it. He said it right there, guys. You can't really deny the man. He's putting America first, and that's what they want. Okay, the next video we have, the Taoiseach RT News is concerned about the impact of potential tariffs on pharmaceuticals. We're going to get the full rundown here from RT, so let's see what they have to say.
The Taoiseach Micheál Martin has expressed concern about the potential impact if the United States imposes tariffs on the pharmaceutical industry here. Yesterday, the US President Donald Trump cited Ireland as one of the countries that manufactures pharmaceutical products when he announced a 25% tariff on imported cars.
Oh, yeah.
Germany said the US has chosen a path which will produce only losers.
The response to Donald Trump's car tariff plan was swift and clear.
Bad for businesses, worse for consumers, and a violation of trade rules.
This
is a serious setback for free and rules-based trade, which will have significant...
I love seeing the rest of the world cower to America. Oh no, it's bad for consumers and it's illegal trade tariffs. No, it's not. You guys are just milking America for the last flipping 50 years.
Significant consequences for growth and jobs on both sides of the Atlantic.
And this is a direct attack, to be clear, a direct attack on the very workers that I stood in front of.
The US imported about 8 million cars last year. Mexico, the top supplier, followed by South Korea, Japan, Canada and Germany. Early today, shares in Frankfurt for Porsche, Mercedes and BMW fell sharply. President Trump...
They fell sharply. They fell off a cliff.
Trump thinks the American car industry is unfairly treated in foreign markets.
He's probably right. It's unfairly treated. Like, we don't have any Dodge in Europe. You know, even to buy a Dodge Charger or to have a Dodge pickup truck, like one of those F-150s like I drove in Canada, like that's quite rare in Europe, guys. Like, why aren't they importing those cars? Oh, they're too big, whatever. Yeah, well then just, like, you know what I mean, just don't drive them unless you're, you know. And then you see people with a Ford Raptor, you know, Ranger. You know, it's like, come on, like, if they're the same size as a Ford Ranger Raptor.
For instance, this is what he takes issue with, that a car made in the European Union imported into the United States faces a 2.5% tariff and a sales tax that varies from state to state. Some have no charges, others exceed 10%. But a car made in the United States and sold into Europe faces a 10% tariff and VAT, a rate which varies country to country, on average 20%.
No, it's higher than that, guys. VAT could be crazy. VAT could be the cost of the car. Like, so yeah, Trump is right once again, guys. The EU is making shit deals with the US and screwing the US. You think you can screw the US and get away with it? That's not going to happen. Who do you think you're dealing with? It's complete nonsense, guys. You love to see it. I hope the EU gets completely screwed now. I hope that they start to realize, oh, we shouldn't be taxing the US like that much, you know? It's crazy.
President Trump said this makes American cars too expensive for European buyers, and it's not a level playing field. A new US 25% tariff.
I agree. I would love to own a Dodge Charger. Hellcat. You guys know what a Hellcat is? I would love to have one of those. They're sick. But we can't even get them in Europe because they have massive VAT. It's bullshit, guys. It's complete bullshit. We need to start being better friends and better trade relations with the US in the EU. But they don't want to. They're flipping arrogant as hell.
On imported cars and parts drive further uncertainty and worry, just days before Donald Trump is expected to announce more levies on other goods from around the world, including on Irish pharmaceuticals.
So, I mean, other countries will be affected, for example, by the tariffs on pharmaceuticals, not just Ireland, but obviously it will have an impact on Ireland. It will be serious. There are issues, we understand that from the US side, and we're willing to try and work to resolve them through dialogue and negotiation.
Ooh, we're all flipping able to negotiate now, but before this guy and Simon Harris, Micheál Martin, and Leo Varadkar, we're taking a hard stance on America. No, you're not. Soon as the boot comes down, as soon as the flipping daddy says no more, they shit themselves. That's what happens, guys.
With our partners in the European Union.
The message from the Taoiseach and others: talks rather than tariffs. Jackie Fox, RTE News.
Irish government is small fish, guys. A small fish.
Our economics and public affairs editor.
Yeah, absolute small fish. Completely ridiculous. Now, I'm going to finish off with a few other different videos here today, guys, okay? Because this was brought to my attention by me just searching the web, okay? And I thought it was the craziest and oddest thing ever to see these different news stories being pushed now. This week in the Irish media has been massive, guys. I've never seen such propaganda in the whole news in my entire life, especially News Talk and different channels. So, first one I saw was official advice on how Irish can prepare for war is long overdue. So they're basically prepping us for war. The official advice is long overdue, the Irish survivalist group said. Yesterday, the European Commission urged people to stockpile enough food to last 3 days in the case of an emergency. Okay, in case of an emergency. What does that mean, guys? They're prepping us for something massive coming up. It's horrendous. Hopefully everyone's hitting the gym. Hopefully you guys are flipping, you know, getting food rations, building your bunker, getting like a survivalist bunker. I used to watch those shows on like the Discovery Channel. People used to have bunkers and stuff. I think there's a bunker in Galway City. There's a bunker. There's bunkers all over Ireland. So just in case, the flipping blitzkrieg hit Ireland, back in the day, back in the 40s. But yeah, guys, insane. So they're prepping us for that. What does that mean, guys? They're prepping us for war with Russia or something like that, or some crazy in case of war type of stuff. Really, really crazy warnings coming soon. Okay, then the next one I saw was migrants more likely to be working than Irish-born people, but face higher costs. So basically what this article says is that people coming to the country, okay, immigrants, which I came here at 6 or 7, so technically I'm an immigrant, okay, I wasn't born in Ireland, okay, it says Irish-born people, I wasn't born in this country. So it says that we're more likely to be well-educated than people born here. I mean, guys, the propaganda is such bullshit. What does it mean? The Irish people are uneducated or something? Like, lads, come on, like. And then it says that research has shown that many immigrants are going through poverty and more likely to be hit by high housing costs. The whole country is hit by that. Irish people as well. So they're trying to say, okay, that immigrants are smarter and also that they have less money, even though they're smarter than us. Okay, because I'm still Irish. Like that's just ridiculous, guys. The propaganda and the brainwashing is literally complete by these people. It is insane. I've never seen such a crazy article in my whole life. News Talk, of course, the king of propaganda. Crazy, guys. And it also said that people that were Irish born as well just weren't able to afford anything more than immigrants, which is obviously the case, guys. And it says immigrants are going through poverty. Yeah, of course, guys. People who come here, when the EU takes that 10,000 people, puts them in Carlo or something like that, and they don't speak any English, who the hell is going to hire these people? Of course they're going to be in poverty. The EU is lying to these African countries and these Southeast Asian countries saying, come to Ireland, we'll make you rich and famous and wealthy. And that's not the case, guys. Ireland is not the land of hope and land of flipping rich and fame. That's not what happens here. They're coming here because they lie to them, because they get loads of money, the government, and then they put them in like accommodations and flipping crazy, little tiny accommodations somewhere from Westmeath, and they expect them to be not in poverty. They're going to be in poverty here if they're in poverty over there, guys. Moving your location doesn't mean you get rich, guys. That doesn't mean that. Now, the third one, I don't even want to go over this one, guys, but hat to man, openly, you know what, Tyrone GA player wants more players to come out and change culture. Again, guys, they're trying to say that because of your sexual proclivity, that you're somehow suppressed in society. It's not the 1980s, guys. It's not 1970. Nobody cares about that stuff. Nobody cares about your sexual preferences. It's completely ridiculous. The brainwashing this week, because of what Donald Trump has been doing in the news, has been tenfold I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay? This is just a stupid story, guys. The last one I showed you guys there. What is the culture in GAA? Okay? Like, what is the culture in sports? It's to be masculine. You understand? They want to get rid of masculinity completely, guys. Stay hard, as David Goggins says. I love you guys all, man. Stay free, as I say. If you guys want to support me, hit the join link underneath this video. Become a member of my channel. Every single story that the mainstream pushes and the narrative pushes is just ludicrous, guys. I couldn't believe this week, after seeing the developments and the sort of more pushing back of the right side. Okay, let's be honest, guys. The right is taking over and the left is just scared. The sort of liberal, woke, DEI, weirdo agenda, Marxist agenda is dying off, and the world is healing. Thank you, USA. I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Peace.